Cleaning your engine is a little bit different than cleaning the outside of your vehicle, and today we're going to teach you how to do it safely so you don't ruin your engine. Stick along with us while we cover that. There's 3 areas that you have to be very careful of when you're cleaning the engine bay. The first one's being the intake system here. Now you can typically identify the intake on a vehicle. It'll have a box like this. It's where your air filter is kept. This one actually says K&N air filter right on top of it. Sometimes they're labeled, they'll say air filter. If you have an older vehicle, they'll also have like a carburetor that can suck air right into the intake that way. If you have a supercharger or something like that, that's also an intake into there. So all the areas where your engine is sucking air into the engine, you want to make sure we don't get water into those or chemicals into those, because then you're just mixing that right into the oils of your vehicle or into the combustion chambers, and it's just not ideal for running an engine. So we're going to clean this one individually. We'll just take a product like Trim Clean. It's just like a foaming all-purpose cleaner that's nice because foam will be able to have a nice dwell time on the area without super saturating it. Spray a little bit on a brush here. And we're just gonna give this one, we still wanna get these components clean. We just don't wanna go through and like hit them with a pressure washer or anything like that. So you kinda go through here, scrub these. Then you just go back and wipe it over with a microfiber. And that is the first sensitive component we want to be cognizant of when we're cleaning our engines. All right, now we're on to the second area that you need to watch out for. We are gonna clean this whole engine bay, and we're not gonna do it just with a brush and trim clean, but we gotta give extra special attention to the sensitive areas first. So the next area is gonna be sensitive electronics. Now you don't need to be worried about like every single wire that you see on the engine, but there's specific spots like a fuse box or the ECU, which this one's conveniently labeled with a pressure washer with an X over top of it saying don't pressure wash this. We are gonna be pressure washing this engine bay, but you can't put direct pressure right into this area because it'll force water into areas it's not supposed to be. You start shorting out the system, breaking down sensors, things like that. Also on top of the battery here, you'll see it has a lot of connections, and there's a pressure washer symbol right here with an X over it. Don't pressure wash that direct. Now you can do a low pressure thing like our Trim Clean here, where you put that over top of these, because it's not powering water into those crevices and in those areas where you're gonna start corroding away connections and forcing water in areas that it's not supposed to be in. So we're just gonna go through here. We're gonna still clean these areas, but we're not doing direct pressure with a pressure washer. So quick brushing over top of it, take a microfiber, wipe it down. Now technically you could clean the whole engine this way. It would just take a long time. It's not super convenient just to go over every single spot like this, but you can do that if you'd like. And so if you don't have a pressure washer or like a running hose or something, you can clean the entire engine bay like this. It's just you're scrubbing every nook and cranny with a brush and microfibers. But so that is the second component you'll watch out for. Now onto the third and final component. Now for the third and most important step of these, you want to kind of look over the engine and make sure you're not missing something stupid like an oil fill cap, or make sure there's no connections disconnected or a cap missing off one of these. Like for instance, right here on the AC condenser line, it's missing a cap that should have one, looks like that. So we're just going to try and be careful not to spray anything in there, like high pressure. Should be just fine, but something to keep an eye out for. And because now we're gonna actually be going and cleaning the entire surface area, we're gonna go back over those components that we've already cleaned and cover them up with a towel, just as an extra layer of prevention to make sure we're not forcing water in areas that it shouldn't be. So put one over there, one over the battery here. And then we're gonna come back over here to the intake. And this box is pretty safe, but we're just gonna cover it up with the connection points there. Just to make sure it's not getting in to the sensitive areas of the intake. Now this is pretty well covered up with plastic, but underneath here there's coil packs that if you get water into there, I mean, they're just asking for trouble. Luckily this one's nice and covered up, so you don't have to worry too much about it. But if you don't have one of these plastic covers on it, watch on top of each cylinder where the spark plugs go. Typically coil packs right around that area. Avoid high pressure directly into those areas. So to start cleaning this, you could just spray this down with like an all-purpose cleaner. We're gonna use a foam cannon. and just gonna go over the whole area here. In this, we just have a regular car wash soap. We're using our Moab today. You can use whatever car wash soap you like. And then we're just gonna take a different assortment of brushes. We have a regular tire brush here. They can kind of go through these larger surfaces. We have a smaller detailed brush for getting into the smaller places that we can't reach with the bigger ones. And then we actually have a wheelbarrow brush that actually helps to get down in between areas that you can't fit this bigger brush in. So we're gonna just go through each of these areas. My suggestion would be start with the top here, because then that kind of drips down onto the other areas. So before you scrub those, it's good to go around the whole area. If you haven't cleaned your engine bay in a while and you do it, I'm sure your mechanic will thank you, because it's a lot nicer working on it when it's all nice and clean. And it's a great time to be able to identify, I have an oil leak here, or there's a head gasket blow by going on. So it's a good time just to be able to go through, clean up those areas, and you can identify if you're having an issue with your engine. Typically what that would look like, a big wet spot with a lot of dirt stuck to it. There's probably some kind of oil or some kind of liquid ending up in that area that's being derived from the heat of the engine. So give extra special attention to those kind of areas and make sure that you don't have some kind of mechanical issue that you could catch at this point. All right, so now is the most important part of this entire engine bay cleaning thing, because if you're gonna ruin your engine, it's gonna be right now. It's with this high pressure washer. So when you go through, we have these covered up, but you definitely, you can overspray the stuff, but you don't wanna be putting high pressure in those areas that we talked about. We're gonna go through, rinse the top layer first. If your sound deadening material, heat shield here underneath your hood is carpet and that's dirty, it's probably good to vacuum that off. You don't want to get it soaking wet. If you do get it wet, it's not a huge deal, but try and keep that from getting as wet as possible because it starts to break it down. We're just going to start at the top here. Then we're going to go across the cowl. On the front. Through here. All right, now that we got the heavy duty, dirty areas out of the way, we kind of go over the other spots very lightly. Keep the gun farther away. You can imagine the pressure's a lot less. If you were to hold this pressure washer right up to your hand, it would hurt. But if you held it 3 feet away, it wouldn't hurt because the pressure's not as high. That's the same kind of thing with this situation. So we've already done the scrubbing to kind of get it all clean. So you keep the gun farther away from the surface, lower pressure, and we're more or less rinsing it. And that's how you can keep your vehicle safe while using the pressure washer. Now we're just going to dry this off and we're going to show you how to protect it. So now we have a nice clean engine bay, but we can now go through and protect it, and it actually makes all the plastics just really pop and show really clean. So what we're going to use is actually a brand new trim shine that's scented. We've never had a scented trim shine before. This one has a tropical scent to it. It's a 9-ounce can, so it's a smaller one. And the only place this is available right now is Dollar General. So stop by Dollar General, pick up a can, let us know what you think of the scent. It's easy to apply, you just mist right over it. You notice it has a nice even spray pattern. It's gonna go over all those components. For these, you don't really have to worry about too much of spraying sensitive components because there's not high pressure, large amounts of liquid going into those areas. So this is just gonna put a protective coating, protect it from UV. Also make it a little bit harder for dirt to stick to it, so when you go to clean it next time, it'll be even easier. And it smells great. Let's go through, cover each of these areas. You cover the seals as well. If it ends up being cold out or icy and you need to open your hood, it won't allow the hood to freeze shut. So this is a nice little barrier for that as well. Now once you go over it like this, you can just leave it. Or if you want it to be a little bit of a duller shine, be more of like a matte finish, you just wipe over it with a towel and knocks down that shine. All right, so if you follow all those steps, you should have yourself a nice clean engine that is protected and turns over when you turn the key. So thanks for joining us in this one. We'll see you in the next one.